Hello, it's Hugh from QLC. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about 10 MLM myths that we're going to debunk. Number 1. You know when you go into an MLM meeting and they tell you, look, poor people think everything's a scam. That's why they're poor. Don't listen to poor people when it comes to financial advice or business advice. Don't take financial advice from somebody that you wouldn't trade places with. Now, here's my rebuttal. Here's my counter argument for that. 99.6% of all people that join an MLM don't make a single penny in profit. They lose money. In fact, they lose money. 99.6% of people lose money. It's been shown in a study. The case for and against network marketing or multi-level marketing. And these people that are in MLMs, they're out here trying their best to make money, recruit people that leave 2 seconds later, get customers that change their mind 2 seconds later, and they're not making any money. But they're out here trying to recruit new people, telling them, if you join this company, we'll become rich together, even though they're not rich themselves. And the people at the front of the room giving the presentation, claiming to be a self-proclaimed millionaire, they're only a millionaire, even if that's true, because they convinced hundreds, if not thousands of people that they're going to become rich if they join a business. And each of those people got some customers and some recruits to get more customers. And that person at the top of that pyramid became a millionaire. So now he's saying because he did it, or she's saying because she did it, everyone can do it. And if you don't believe you can do it, it's because you've got a poor mentality, or you have a poor person's mindset, or an employee's mindset. That leads me on to number 2. Number 2. You have to have an entrepreneur mindset. You can't have an employee mindset if you want to win in the MLM business. Now, I'm debunking that as a myth, because just because you're in an MLM business, it doesn't mean you're in an actual business. Like, you're still an employee, you're just not getting paid. You're working within somebody else's business, and that person above you is working within somebody else's business, and that person is working in somebody else's business, etc., etc., etc. And that's not a business. You're just an unpaid intern. You're just an independent contractor. You're just an independent distributor who has been tasked with getting customers for yourself in your business. And when you get customers, the people above you, they get money off your customers as well. When you recruit people in a legitimate, a legitimate as in a company that isn't breaking any legal rules, in a legitimate MLM, if you recruit people, you're not going to make any money just by recruiting them. You have to teach those recruits how to get customers, so that not only they can get paid for getting customers, you can get paid for getting customers. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you're an entrepreneur, and that doesn't mean that it's a real business. What you're doing is just referring customers, or you're recruiting people so that you can refer them to the services that they're only going to buy, so that they think it's going to make them money, when actually it's also going to make you money, and it's going to make your uplines or the people above you make money. That's not a business. It's like a chain of customer referrals. You could argue that it's sales. You could argue that, since money is taking place, that technically business is being conducted, but that doesn't make you a business person. The business person is the person that created the MLM company. It's the person that created the pyramid. It's the person that co-founded the pyramid, or founded the pyramid, or is the CEO or managing director of the company. You're not the business person. You're just an independent contractor that is working for the CEO of the company, or CEOs of the company, or co-founders of the company. But that doesn't mean that you're running the company. You're not dealing with the back end. You're not dealing with the managerial side. You're not dealing with the operational side. You're not dealing with the marketing. You're not dealing with the ads. You're not dealing with any of the back end stuff. You're just recruiting people into somebody else's business while you think it's yours. This leads me to number 3. Number 3. When you go into an MLM meeting, they tell you that if you can't get a few customers from your friends and family, or list of friends and family, if you can't get a few recruits from your friends and family or people that you know outside the business, then there must be something mentally wrong with you. I've heard this at, business meetings multiple times at, huge events where the guy at the front or the woman at the front is talking about how to get rich. And it's normally a guy talking about how, you're not very influential and you're not very okay in the head if you can't find a few people that are willing to stand by you and help you in your business, that, you must have done something wrong and that you must be a terrible person. This is the same type of event that you would go to in order to learn mindset training, how to become a better person, personal development, how to have a positive mindset, and that's the type of nonsense you'll hear. Now, apart from the moral ramifications of what I've just said, here's how I'm debunking it. It's a myth because you have to understand that not everybody's close to their friends and family, no matter how, good of a person or bad of a person you might be. Apart from that, just because somebody does not want to join your MLM business, or they don't want to refer you to a customer or a potential business partner, or they don't want to be your customer, it doesn't mean that those people are bad, and it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that since MLMs have been around since, the 1800s, a lot of people, particularly, moms, people from ethnic minorities, just most people have heard of MLMs by now. Especially the ones that have anything to do with nutrition, beauty, health, technology, insurance. Some of your favorite fake gurus have either worked for MLMs or founded MLMs or, marketed on behalf of MLMs, talking about how great they are. An example is, let's say, Patrick Bet-David. He runs an agency called People Helping People. It's an insurance firm. They sell insurance, but it's also an MLM. So you have to move up some ranks, and obviously the higher the rank, the more money you make, presumably. I wouldn't know because I've never been a part of it, but I know that it's an MLM. You've got people like Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, people like that have gone out of, even Grant Cardone, they've gone out of their way to either rep network marketing or rep specific network marketing companies. Oh, Donald Trump and politicians like Bill Clinton and Robert Kiyosaki, people like them. They've gone to events hosted by the likes of Amway or Herbalife or ACN, talking about how great these companies are, all so that they can get paid for their speeches. And a few of them, people like Les Brown, people like who else? People like Jim Rohn, they would have either done some sort of direct sales thing like door knocking, or they would have done some type of multi-level marketing scheme. So they would have had experience in it, maybe made a little bit of money, thought it was amazing, but then, they made so much money that they had to quit, and then instead they decided to become motivational speakers. Yeah. So just because they tell you that you can't get a few people to join your business, it doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean you're a loser. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means that A, if we're being honest with ourselves, because we live in a world where money is one of the most important things in the world. I'm not pro MLM, and I will never be pro MLM again, but that I have seen people who were able to bring their friends and family members to the events, get them to sign up, get them to be a customer, get them to be referrals. Now, with some people that takes months or years, other people it takes a few days or a few weeks. So objectively speaking, the reason you couldn't get your friends and family involved in an MLM is because, well, maybe they don't trust that you're going to succeed, if we're being honest. B, maybe they didn't trust that they could succeed in something like that, so they wanted to be negative to you. They wanted to act negatively towards you and tell you that, you're a screw up, you've been in a scam, you're a scam artist, you shouldn't be doing this business, because deep down they don't think they can succeed. And C, the reason why you're not able to get reps and customers is because, they don't really believe in the business. Because, of course, as I've told you, MLMs have been running since at least the 1800s. Amway is not the first, but it's one of the oldest MLMs. and it's been going on for donkey's years. Everybody knows about unique business opportunities that are actually get rich quick schemes. Now, I've just admitted that if you're in an MLM and you're struggling to succeed in an MLM, that it's partly because your friends and family don't believe in you or themselves. This is the truth. But that doesn't mean that MLM is an ethical or legitimate way of making money, because honestly, I'm being 100% transparent here, because you could want to become a rapper, you could want to become a doctor, you could want to become a lawyer, and if somebody doesn't feel like they could do those things, or that it's too hard to become a top-rated, highly successful lawyer or medical professional or a rapper, you know, they're going to tell you that you can't do it if they can't see it for themselves. This is true for any type of industry. But if you compare it to MLM, being a doctor is a respected profession. You can make money once you get training. Being a lawyer is a respected profession. You can get money once you get training. Being a rapper now is a respected profession. You can get money. Yes, you may have to work hard for some years before people know who you are, you know, in terms of the masses knowing who you are, but you may, you know, eventually become relatively successful. But in an MLM, you can go to every training event, you can go to every Zoom call, you can attend every webinar, seminar, you can attend every live event, you can attend every regional, national, and international event. You can do everything that your uplines tell you to do. You can do everything that your downlines want you to do, because they need your help in order to succeed in the business. And you can still make $0 or £0 or -$dollars or -pounds in profit every day, every month, every week, every year. But if you get a regular job, like being a doctor or being a lawyer or being a teacher, yes, you'll have to work hard. Yes, you'll have to do years of training, but once you get the job, you will definitely get paid. That's the difference. So even though I say that, truth be told, if you're in an MLM, even though it's an SHIT type of business, people can still make money if they can find people that believe in them and that believe in themselves. Most people don't. But that's not what these people tell you. That's not what these MLM scammers tell you. They tell you that anybody can be successful. Not everybody will be successful, because they're not going to lie entirely to your face. They're going to put a little bit of truth in there just to reel you back in, so that you don't think they're crazy or you don't think you're crazy. But they'll tell you that anybody can be successful in this business. You just have to work hard. You just have to believe in yourself. It's all about consistency. It's all about longevity. It's all about doing as you're told and following the system. When I was in ACN, I used to talk about following the ACN system and the TTM leadership. Follow the ACN system and you'll succeed. Lots of people were following the TTM leadership and ACN system and weren't making a single penny. They were losing money, and friends and family members. People were even losing their homes. People were losing the will to live. A lot of people were miserable, but you'd have to try and recruit new people, because you're constantly being told by a certain upline, oh, if you can't get people to join your business, if you can't get people to be a customer, there's something wrong with you. You must be mentally deranged. So you have to try and get people to come and see the local events, the weekly events, so that you can get them as a business partner. Or if they say no to that, you can get them as a customer or as a referral to somebody who can be a customer or a business partner. And if you can't do that, it's your fault, because you're mentally deranged. It's not the fault of the MLM company. It's not the fault of the MLM scammers that have already created huge reputations for being scammers. It's your fault, because you are unable to get somebody to do something that they did not want to do in the first place, because they did not want to get scammed or help you get scammed. Number 4, so they tell you that you can reach the top of your company. You just need to work hard and believe. Obviously, I'm debunking that by saying that you have to, convince hundreds of people indirectly that they can become rich, they can become successful, and they can become a millionaire or financially free. And once you do that, and you put these people in the specific legs of the specific pyramid or the specific positions that they need to be in, only then can you reach the top of the company. It can take some years, it could take decades, but it does happen to like 0.1% of all the people that ever join an MLM. Number 5, they tell you that, once you join an MLM, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. It's not true. You're just a customer referral. You're just an unpaid contractor, which I've already said. But here's the thing. Real entrepreneurs, real business owners, they add value to the marketplace. Most MLM distributors, they're just their own customers. And then they recruit a few people, and then those people just get themselves as customers, and then the cycle repeats itself. Number 6, sometimes at MLM meetings, they tell you to read books based on business, entrepreneurship, network marketing, and personal development. They tell you all this nonsense about reading books about, just nonsense books that are based on neuro-linguistic programming and how you need to, trick yourself into believing that you can do the impossible, and you have to manifest the riches coming into your life. You have to manifest the positive things. You have to think positively. You have to manifest, no matter what people are telling you, you have to manifest your new reality. All that nonsense. Here's the thing. You can manifest all you want, but, in reality, when your friends and family are already telling everybody they know not to join your little business because they, found like 20 different forums and websites and articles and videos and books about why MLM is a scam and why you're being duped, no one's going to join your business. No one's going to be your customer. No one's going to be a referral, except maybe 1 or 2 people if they feel sorry for you, but that won't last. And then after that, your business is going to crumble into dust, and you can't manifest your way out of that one. Number 7. Okay, this is this one's my favorite. I had this upline that would tell everybody that it's not about the money when it comes to MLM. It's about the personal development. Really? It's about the personal development. Okay, bet. Then how come everybody that joins the company has to pay £500 in order to sign up into somebody else's company and essentially work for free 99% of the time? How come when every single person is introduced to the company, they have to go to a meeting, or they have to go to a presentation, or they have to attend a webinar or a seminar or a coffee 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 meeting where you're told 567 ways to make money in terms of residual income or bonuses or commissions or what have you, in order to become a millionaire, but in the next 3 to 5 years, if it's not about the money? How come when you're calling people and inviting them to see the business, you ask them, do you look at other ways to make money? Do you look at ways to make additional income, if it's not about the money? How come when you're not making money because you're unable to recruit people or get people as customers because they don't believe that it's a legitimate business, they automatically talk about how it's your fault and how you should listen to them because they're making more money than you? If it's not about the money, why do any of those things matter? Number 8. When you attend an MLM meeting, please don't, but if you ever end up at an MLM meeting by accident, you're going to want to ask an MLM representative how much money they make. I'm telling you from experience, when you ask most people in the MLM game how much money they make, they're either going to inflate the value to make it look like they're making more money than they actually are, or if they're not making any money, they're just going to lie and give whatever figure they think is going to impress you. Why? So that if you haven't joined the business already, you'll join the business. Or if you already have joined the business, please don't. But if you have, then they'll try and shut you up by saying, look, I've made money. Don't talk to me about making money. You haven't made any money. I've made lots of money. Blah, 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 blah. Do the business. Do as you're told and you'll make as much money as me. But they haven't made any money. Number 9. For those people that are already in MLM events, that go to every webinar, every seminar, every event, every meeting, every, coffee shop presentation. I've been to them all. I've done that. I did that for a whole year. I did that for 14 months. Guess what? The reason why your uplines and the books written by authors, that were in network marketing or have been doing network marketing, the reason why all these people are telling you to join every webinar, every seminar, every presentation, every meeting, every event, it's not for the sake of longevity and consistency in terms of your business or your profits. It's none of that. The reason why they tell you to join every webinar, every seminar, every business meeting, every presentation, It's so that they can continually brainwash you into believing that you're actually going to succeed in a company. Imagine being in an MLM company and you haven't made much money, you haven't got many customers, you haven't got many people under your wing as a representative, you haven't built a big team. Maybe you've got 1 or 2 people in your team maximum. Maybe you've got 1 or 2 customers in your household and both of them are yourself. You and yourself. And you're thinking, hey, I'm not a millionaire yet. I've been doing this for 9 months, or I've been doing this for 9 years. I haven't made too much money. You're going to have to go to every webinar, every seminar in order to believe their nonsense. That way, if you believe in their nonsense, you're more likely to continue doing the business. And since you're more likely to continue doing the business, even though you're not making any money, even though you're not making headway in your business, you're going to still, try your very best to work hard and keep believing and keep manifesting and all that wahala, and keep believing that you're going to do well in the business and you're going to make millions of dollars or millions of pounds and reach the top rank of the company, and everyone's going to be proud of you and everyone's going to love you and all the naysayers are going to believe in you and they're all going to join your company and they're all going to become millionaires, even though that's never going to happen. Number 10. When you have already joined an MLM company, please don't, but God forbid if you do, when you join an MLM company, they're going to tell you something like, oh, you need to wear a suit, you need to wear a nice dress, depending on what your general identity is. You're going to have to wear nice clothes, tie, whatever. You have to bring a nice laptop to sign people up with, or to, impress people with when you're doing business meetings. You have to spend money, to look good so that you look successful, even though you're not making a dime in the business and you're already going to the negative, just so that you can look like a successful entrepreneur as opposed to some unpaid independent contractor. Now, it's all well and good to look good and feel fabulous and whatever in order to feel like you can conquer the world and make lots of money. If you look like $1 million, you'll be more likely to make $1 million. That's the mantra. That's the cliche. That's what people expect you to think when you are conducting an MLM business. Unfortunately, for many of the people that do MLM, you know full and well that that's not how life works. You're going to be out here wearing your best suit every day, trying to impress people, or your best dress all the time, trying to impress people, trying to get them to join your business. But once they quickly figure out that you're not making that much money, if any, and once they see the vast number of negative forums and books and videos and articles about how MLM is a scam and 99.6% of people don't make any money, or in fact they lose money, they're not going to join your business no matter what you're wearing. Zara, Gucci, doesn't matter. Your ass is poor and they know it. And you know that you're going to get even more poor the more time you spend in this business, the more poor you're going to get. They know that, and they don't want to, follow in your footsteps. They don't want to make the same mistakes as you, so they're not going to do the business either. I can't tell you how many times I've done business meetings looking like $1 million in my nice blue Zara suit, and people are out here looking at me like I'm a crazy person because I'm basically pitching them a legal, almost pyramid scheme without knowing it, because I've been brainwashed into thinking that it's a legitimate type of business and I can make millions and I can help millions of people make millions. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy because they have common sense and they've already seen 10 other friends or relatives do something similar and make absolutely 0 pennies in profit. Please don't make the same mistake I made. I already told you guys I used to do a multi-level marketing business in 2019 and the beginning of 2020, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well for many of the people that were already doing the business before me. I did sign people up, but they all left. I did get customers, but the business didn't work out because I'm not going to lie to you people. It's kind of hard to, build a successful multi-level marketing business if nobody wants to join your team for more than 3 weeks. It's impossible. But the thing is, I can blame myself every day of my life for that. But in reality, in hindsight, it wasn't just me. I wasn't some leper that was terrible at the business and I'm the only person failing. 99% of the people were in the same boat as me, but nobody could ever tell each other about it until our senior vice presidents and regional vice presidents were trying to convince us to move from ACN to Nexarize by saying, hey, how much money have you made in ACN? You haven't made any money, have you? Wow, that's why you should join our brand new company, Nexarize, and you'll make way more money, even though literally 5 minutes before trying to convince us to move to a new company, in the old company, they're saying, look, the reason why you're not making money in ACN is because you don't put in the work. But then 5 minutes later, when they want us to join their new company, they want to talk about how it's ACN's fault. That's the type of crap that I can't stand. I couldn't stand it then, and I can't stand it now. I don't want anyone in this world to be put in a position where you're out here risking friendships, family ties, business, your employment with a company, a real company, like your job, for the sake of impressing strangers who keep telling you, you want to be a millionaire like me, you got to do exactly as we tell you to do, and you do exactly as they tell you to do, and then you're ruining your life. And then they're telling you it's your fault because you're not working hard enough. And then 5 minutes later, when they decide to leave the company and try and take all of you with them, they go and say it wasn't you after all, it was the company. Do you not see the hypocritical BS? That's why you need to listen to these 10 myths of MLM, why you need to listen to how I debunk them, why you need to listen to the fact that MLM doesn't work for most people. It works for all but 0.1% of the people in the game. I want to say 0.4, but let's face it, it's like less than 1% of people. It's like less than 0.1% of people, I should say, that actually become financially free, let alone millionaires. Now that's fine, absolutely fine. Well done to them. They're rich beyond their wildest dreams. Their families are safe financially. Great job, guys. But here's the thing, you only did it by tricking tens of thousands of people from all over the world into believing that they can become as rich as you, or as rich as you want to be. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the video. Enjoy my other videos. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.